Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victor and today I'm in Annecy. If you don't know my channel, we have a farmhouse that we are currently renovating and we have like both lives. One it's like a city life and another one it's more the countryside life. And today I wanted to talk about our flat in Annecy. In the living room, we didn't change the furniture, we just changed the layout and it felt completely different and it feels much bigger, so I wanted to show you that today. During this video, I'll explain you what was the problem of the living room and how we figure it out. You will have the before and after for the living room and you'll see that it's much more aesthetic and more like Instagram vibe. But before we jump into the problem of the living room and I'll show you that, I wanted also to give you like an update of me. At the end of course of the video, I'll update you on the farmhouse, what's going next. That's it. So I wanted to have like a chit chat at the beginning, you know that always like it's like a diary here, so I want to put all of my stuff inside and be like authentic and real with you. You've seen on the previous video that I was quite tired. I also cancelled one video during the Sunday, so now I'm feeling much better for my health. I feel that I rest a lot those days, you know, working the week and filming the weekend. For you it's quite tiring. All of the days doing my work, the end of the days were quite tiring, so I don't know why, but I think with the surgery and everything I was not healed completely and I needed some rest. After like 3 p.m. in the afternoons I was like knackered and I couldn't work, so it was really tiring and difficult to work. So that's why the weekends I needed to rest a lot. So what I did, I rest, of course. I had a big sleeps. So yeah, quite tired at work at the end of the day. I took also some vitamin C, you know, every morning just to be sure I have a lot of energy, and I think it helped me a lot because now I feel much better. Also I have like the classic vitamins for the morning, like vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, and now the vitamin C, which is great. And voila, so it's good. I'm feeling much better. So I wanted to give you like an update because I was feeling that on my last videos I was not that energized, but anyway, I think it's better now. And also I wanted to talk to you before we jump into the problems of the living room. I wanted to talk with you about how I built the channel because I wanted your feedbacks on that. Don't hesitate to put me comments, it's really helpful. I have people like that are commenting every week, which is amazing. I love it to interact with you, all of you. I can't reply the day where I post all of the videos. Sometimes I try to do other stuff because I'm editing the Sunday, so after I'm just go enjoying my life with Hamish and things like that, so I try to answer during the week at the night. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the channel? What needs to be improved for you? Is it the sound, the quality of the videos? If it's the structure of the videos, what you are more interested on. So don't hesitate to give me your feedback because I feel that I try to give you like a quality of the videos. I wanted to give you like more aesthetic videos and also to have a nice moment with me. I want that the people have like some rest of the week and just have a nice moment and just relax. So that's why it's also really, I'll try to give the vibe of a really cozy videos and like slow living, which is also for me a great thing because I need, you know, we are always rushing everywhere and running for different things of the life, and it's great to slow down. So for me it's an important point of the channel. It forced me to slow down bit by bit and try to be connect to the things, do the things, and if I didn't do the full to-do list is fine. So that's my goal, and I want to share my life with you. But I know that people are also interested on have really aesthetics videos on YouTube, really produce, you know, videos and things like that. So I try to have this kind of good shots of videos to give you like the vibe and immersive, and I try to do it, for example, with my last videos of the different looks. But also sometimes in the same time I like this aesthetic, but sometimes it feels that it's not really authentic, because it's really, you know, you try to produce, you can put like a voiceover on it, and it's like, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, because I like to do it. I really like to produce that and to give you, but sometimes I also like to talk like this and to have something that I feel is more real and is more my personality and more authentic. So let me know what you prefer, and we'll talk about that in the comments, of course. Now let's talk about the problem of the living room. So I'll show you the pictures, because I took some pictures. The pictures are not that great, but I think you will understand what we have and what was the issue with the living room previously, just to understand. And after that I'll give you like the reveal, how we rearrange everything and why. So first, when you were entering the living room, it was on the right, the TV that was on top, that was on the wall, as you can see on the picture. So it was quite massive, but the position, we were thinking about the sun, to not have the sun on the TV, but anyway, a bit difficult. So we had this, and when you enter on the left, you had the glasses, the plates, and the silver forks and knives and everything. So everything was on the left. The table and the monstera, the plant, was on the corner of this living room. And basically the two sofas that are small sofas that we had and we still have were in the middle of the living room. And the piano was fully on the right after the TV, in the corner, with I think another plant, but you'll have it on the picture. And the thing is, it was really difficult to go in this living room. Why? Because we didn't have any space to live. It was not practical, it was not clear. I forget, but between the, because I'm doing with memory, I should look at the pictures. I don't know why I'm doing by memory, but anyway, between the TV and the piano, we had also the library with the different books, which is felt quite heavy in the living room for a small living room like this. We were thinking we need to change the layout, and we need to have some air and to have something more practical. Also, we need to have the possibility for Hamish to use the piano. I don't know if you're aware of that. Maybe it's something that you will learn, that is something new that you will learn, but Hamish is working but is also a singer. So he sang for, I don't know in English, musicals like I don't know, Hair or Rent. He sang for things like that when we were in Paris. Here is more difficult in Annecy, so it's something that is missing. But he was also, because he did like a degree in music and everything, he was also giving music lessons to people, so singing lessons. He's also doing that in Annecy. It was not practical when the people were coming. It felt like it was like a big bedroom and not like a living room, and it was not practical also for them to sing, because they need to be up just next to Hamish, and he was quite close to them, which is not really, you know, practical, and you don't feel comfortable when you're singing. He needed also to have the TV, quite practical, and the piano. He needs to access the piano because sometimes he gives them like some notes or whatever. I'm not the teacher, so I don't know, but he was giving them things with the piano, okay? Anyway, so we needed to think about all of that, because it's not just a living room for us, but it's also to have people coming in the flat and to give them some lessons. Now that I talked too much, I'm gonna explain what we did and what we changed. First, I changed all of the glasses and plates, you know, the furniture with that. So I changed it in the corner, and I changed the table just near the door and the big window to be sure we have some space. During this process, you saw that on a previous video, but I broke. When I think it's the video of Geneva and Lyon, I broke 4 plates, I think Hermes plates. So it was a bit of a nightmare, but I couldn't be bothered because it is what it is. So I don't have to think about that, or I would be really sad. Not interesting to be mad of that. I broke them myself and not Hamish, so it was also easier to digest. Sorry Hamish, when he breaks something I'm mad, but this time it was me, so it was fine. No, it was not fine, but we'll have to buy them at some point, another ones. But for now I went to thrift shop and I bought others, just the time we are gathering the money to buy other plates. It's quite pricey, the MS plates, but anyway, that's life. This to the corner, and I think the goal for me when we rearranged that was to remove things, the heavy things and things that are blocking the layout from the walls, and to put them more around the corners. If you do that on a small space, you'll see that you are having back more space inside, and you need to put the lighter things on the walls, or you can put the things that were in the middle of the room that were quite big near to that wall, so it saves space for the center of the room. Okay, so what we've done, we changed the position of the plates and glass furniture, we changed the table, the disposition of the table, so now it's close to the window, and we removed 2 seats. So I think it's another thing that it can be interesting to do for you if you have a small space, is to remove chairs, because you don't need all of these chairs every day. So we just need like 2 chairs, one for me, one for Hamish, and that's it. So when we have people, we just have to go to the guest room and to have the 2 other chairs when we need, just for a party, a dinner or whatever. So it's something that you also have to think in your layout. So we changed that. We changed the position of 1 sofa. As I said, the 2 sofas were in the middle of the living room, so now 1 is against the wall, which is much better, because it saves space in the middle of the living room. And the other one is facing the sofa, but it allows like a corridor just to access the window and the terrace. You need also to think about that, the different, how you're gonna go through the different things inside the room. We changed the position of the TV, and the TV is now where the piano was, which is like, you know, it's a heavy furniture and the TV, but now it's in the corner, and when you use that corner, it also saves some space for you, so much better. Same for the piano. The piano is now on the wall that were the plates and the glasses, so it's accessible, and we added a mirror, and you can see of course the mirror. But we have a massive mirror. I don't know how much is it. I think it's maybe 80 or 100 centimeters by 180 centimeters, so it's quite massive, this mirror. At the beginning we were thinking we will put it on top of the piano, just to fill more space inside the room. And in the end we were looking for inspiration. We are thinking it's more aesthetic to have it like long like this, and it's also useful because we can use it for all different looks and things like that. We can use it every day, so it's not just something to open the room, and it gives the vibe more an aesthetic vibe, which I think it's more interesting, because I would say that on top of the piano, like long or horizontal like this, it can be more classic and less aesthetic. In my way, you can do whatever you want. Of course, you like whatever you want, but in my way I was thinking it's more aesthetic, more magazine vibe, you know, to have it like this. Another thing that we've done is to tidying everything. We needed to remove things, remove stuff. It was too crowded, too much stuff inside. I changed also the shelves of the books. Now it's in the bedroom, which is much interesting in the bedroom because it gives the vibe, like the cozier vibe in the bedroom. It feels, you know, when you're in the bedroom you just want like yellow lights and the books, and it feels more cozy and cocooning for your nights. So perfect. And in the living room it was too much for this space, so it was giving like too much things. We changed also where the plants are located, so now they are in a corner. We had also, you know, a table, like a small table between the sofas to eat. We changed it and we added in the corner of the room, which is more practical because, as I said before, if we need it when we have people in the house, we can use it, and if not, it stays in a corner. We have like the monstera on top and some plates, blankets just below. The other plant is there, as you can see, is there just in front of the door. So I bought like a small stool just to give more like a wood vibe, aesthetic vibe. So I went like a thrift shop in Annecy and I bought two of them, and one is for this plant and the other one will be in the bedroom. And you can add your plant on top of it in front of the door, so it doesn't block because we don't close that much this door, just when Hamish is doing like his lessons. But that's it, so it's quite easy. It's not something not practical. You're not doing it every day, so you just move the plant and you close the door and that's it. So not a blocking point, and it gives like always this aesthetic vibe because, as you can see in the mirror, we have like the plant, and I think it's more interesting to see. But anyway, I hope you like this before and after. Let me know in the comments if you feel that it's more spacious, if you like it, if you feel that it's more aesthetic. I'm really interested in your feedback, or if you would have done in another way also, because maybe we missed some things and you will have better ideas than us, so we have to think about that. And yeah, one thing that I did mention, but obviously you saw it, we changed the frame that we had. It's still the same frame, but the where it's located, and it's now lower and on the big wall, because our goal was to have it like on the vision. The sofa is quite really low and want to be sure it's at the same level of the eyes, so that's why it's not that high, which is, I think, more interesting visually for the room. So let me know if you like it or not. Just going back to the farmhouse, so as you know, previously someone broke our car just quite heavily, so it was a nightmare, but the garage did a great work, so they changed all of the pieces that needed to be changed. To be honest, I'm really happy we have a great insurance, because when Hamish, when he showed me the bill of the different things that needed to be done, it's a nightmare. It was more than 8,000, I think. Yeah, it was more than 8,000 to cover all of the things that were broken. So nightmare. We didn't pay for that, of course, insurance, but really happy with that. So now the car is back, so it means we can go back to the farmhouse easily and we can do some stuff. And I have great news for the farmhouse. We have now fences outside, which is great. We asked the farmer to do it, so I'll show you that on the next videos. And we still have small things to do in the farmhouse. As you know, we are paying for the structural wall that is broken, and it should be they should start to work on it, the builders, soon. So I hope everything will move. It moves slowly, but it moves. So we will have a new wall, I hope, in the coming weeks or month, maybe 1 to 2 months. So perfect. So after that we will move to other stuff. And as you know, our goal this week, if you've seen my videos of the goals for 2026, will be to have like a bedroom finish. I would love that, to spend Christmas. If my family-in-law comes for Christmas, it will be amazing to have, because Hamish has 2 brothers, so it will be great to have them in the farmhouse and to have also another bedroom, to be sure we can have everyone together and in a great way, and also to show you something finished. So that's it. I don't know if you will have much on the farmhouse video recap. Maybe it's next week or the week after, I don't remember. I don't know if you will have much, because we didn't went to the farmhouse due to the broken car, of course, so we didn't do that much. Things are moving on, and I reassure you that this year I think we will have interesting things in the farmhouse, so don't hesitate to follow the journey. And as always, you will have my city life. I want to give you also an update on my skincare, maybe in the coming videos, and the farmhouse, many things to do, and we will have great days now coming with the spring and summer, so it will be amazing. I really look forward to see all of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one, and thank you for following our diary. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye bye.